What's going on, everybody? This is the Retro Redneck Evan. Decided to make a video of the installing this SuperATV game rack for the Polaris 570 SP. I don't normally do videos like this, but considering there were no videos on YouTube that I could find showing this particular model, figured I'd go ahead and make one while I'm in the process. So I was going to do an unboxing, but the box was absolutely destroyed when it came in. I've reached out to Amazon. Amazon said it's on SuperATV because they're the shippers directly. And so I messaged SuperATV and they said, oh, well, that's not us, it's Amazon. So, of course, nobody human to speak to at Amazon and nobody who gives a shit at SuperATV to see if I even have all the parts to try this install. So this ought to be interesting. I think it's mostly there. There were no instructions, of course, in the box. That was gone with no telling what else. But, at least I got my brackets. Got the brackets for the bottom. Got the main bar. I've got the winch. I've got the wiring, it looks like. So maybe it's all here. I don't know. But we're going to give it a shot. So big shout out to SuperATV. Thanks for doing absolutely fucking nothing to answer my questions to see if I even have all the products from the crappy box y'all sent. Super company there, really standing behind their product. And Amazon is always such a joy because you can't even hardly speak to a bot nowadays, let alone any actual form of customer service. We live in such a wonderful time. Anyway, guys, we'll give it a shot. We'll see what happens. Deer season is upon us. Just a few short weeks. And this will definitely come in handy if we can get it all up and going. Anyway, stay tuned for the next step. All right, so I wound up finding the instructions for this particular model on the SuperATV website, which, to be fair, they eventually sent me. Even though I requested a parts list and explained the situation to them twice, all I got was a snarky generic, the instructions are on the website and there's a QR code on the box for them. Even after explaining the box was destroyed and sending pictures of them and all that stuff, and that I was in fact looking for a parts list to verify I have everything, but that was apparently too much to ask, or just too confusing. But pretty sure we got everything, even without instructions. It was pretty self-explanatory. So these brackets, take these bolts, and smaller bolts go to these brackets. And so your longer brackets line up here. Your curvature going inside. You're going to slip up here, connect that. This goes to there. And then that other bracket's going to wrap around your post right here, connecting your bottom hole. Went ahead and popped the windshield out. Make things easier. And we'll attach that. Once that's attached, you got your big spacers. They're going to go on the edges. Bada boom. Make your small spacers. We're going to go in there. Bada boom. And we'll bolt that up. We're going to put the winch on the main bar before it goes up. All right, now we're gonna mount the winch up to the bar. Nice little bag of bolts. So your bigger ones, go through your little guard here. Smaller ones, or medium rather. Mount the winch up. Pretty sure. At least 4 of them. So you got the 2 holes here. And you're gonna mount your control box. $10mm, but doesn't line up perfect. Imagine that. So we're gonna have to break out the old drill bit and get that dude a little bigger. It's almost as if they didn't have access to the winch whenever they figured out where to put their spacing at. It'd be really cool if this was a SuperATV winch for a SuperATV mount. Nick. We'll mount our control box and plug it in. You can line it up. The hole here and here. Be your mediums, I think. Get your bolt started, watch your wires. All right, this ought to be the fun part. All right, so we got it on. Took and Loctited all the bolts, everything lined up. Other than the winch, everything lined up all right. But she's bolted on there. Now we just got to run all our wires, clean all this mess up some. We'll hook up our lights. I don't know if we're gonna do that. I'm not gonna do the lights in this video, but I will do the show you where I run the wires and connect that. But yeah, it's on there. All right, there she be. We got it all wired up. All I did was clean up the wiring, zip tie it up. And I got some of this pretty little wire holders just to keep it all nice and neat. Put a little notch right here so it goes up under the seat. Pops out here. We've got our relay for our lights. Lights and the winch to the ground. Lights and the winch to the hot. We got our fuses, our inline fuses. And you had to snake the wires down through there. Pop up this 4-plate right here. Fish them up and over. Up behind here. To where it pops out up in here. You can't even really see it. That braided wire goes up. This is all the excess, just because I didn't feel like cleaning it up at that point. But you plug your winch in here. That way it only comes on whenever the key is active. And yeah. And we also put a switch right there for our backlights. Which, that's our backlights now. These dudes are stupid bright. Now, SuperATV wanted, oh, I forget what they wanted, like an extra $70 for their friggin' lights. So I said to hell with it. And I got this pair plus a 12-inch for $30 on Amazon. Much better deal. And to work your winch, just pop open your cover. You get your remote. That way you can go all the way to your deer, wherever it is. As you can see, nothing happens right now. You gotta turn your key on. And there you go. It's without a load on it. I'm not gonna want to just come out. Yeah, there you have it. From start to finish. Sans y'all watching me wire for an hour or two, which was extremely tedious and very much a pain in the ass. That's the install for the 570, the game rack by SuperATV. Would I recommend it? Yeah. Now that it's done, I'm happy with it. But the amount of bullshit I had to go through and this stupid price I had to pay just to get no answers from anybody, I'm not impressed with their customer service. But it is what it is, right? It's on, it functions, and it'll help out this season. Anyway, guys, hope this helped you out. Since I couldn't find the video, put this one out for y'all. And use it wisely. Take the advice how you would like. But good luck this season, guys. And good luck with anything you do with this load lifter.